Okay, we're on the West Coast Road this weekend on the Farmer's Voice. It's Flock Hill Station, their annual lamb draft sale, and I'm lucky enough to have one of the transport officers from Ryal Bush Transport, Tammy Wright, helping me out. Alright, I got brought up here today by Tammy Wright from Ryal Bush Transport. She's got quite an important job here today. Tammy, what is that job?
So I represent Ryal Bush Transport, and we've just come up to Flock Hill, just trying to fill up some trucks really and get them headed a wee bit further south in Canterbury. Yeah.
So if I was a buyer today and I had lambs to transport from here to Lower Canterbury, you're the girl to see?
Yes, definitely. Yep.
Being a girl, how do you find it in a male-dominated industry?
It's pretty good. All of our drivers and a lot of the other ones, yeah, they're pretty good to me, and I guess you just get it and you give it back, so nah, pretty good. Yeah.
Alright, there's not too many doing your job that are a female, is that right?
In this role, I'd say that I'd be the only one, but there is a few female truck drivers coming through, which is good to see. Yeah.
Tammy, the sale's finished now. There's been quite a few lambs sold. What's your job as of now?
So I'll go catch up with any of our clients that have been here today, just see what sort of numbers they're sitting at and how big the lambs are, and get an idea of how many trucks we need and give them a ring. And
from there you work out where they've got to go and the best way of doing it?
Yeah, so if we didn't get too many, often we work in with other transports if it works out better, if they've got a truck going through, otherwise we'll send one up and get them on their way, yeah.
Now we've had to come down to the cottage, why is that?
There's no cell phone reception up here at Flock Hill, so we're just borrowing the shepherd's, his phone.
So we use the trusty old landline?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
It's a lot better to have the sale here and transport the lambs directly to where they're going rather than taking them to town, and some of them may end up coming back this way or going in different directions?
Yeah, I think Flock Hill, they must have been having the sale for quite a few years, so they must do quite well out of it for it to still be happening, yeah.
Tammy, it's been a really big day today. There's over 4,500 sheep sold. How many have you got on the back of this truck?
We've got about 100 ewes and a couple of 500 lambs.
So obviously one of your buyers has bought this stock and now it's heading to somewhere new?
Yep, so we've got the 500 lambs are heading down to Hines, to one of our big buyers, and we're just helping out another local company with the 100 ewes. Yeah.
I want to reiterate that you're a really young person to be doing this. Most of the sales reps that I've seen today are actually quite old and got a lot of experience in the business, but you seem to punch above your weight.
It's all just learning, learning something new every day probably, yeah.
What a great place to have worked today, and it's been great watching you. Hey, thanks very much.
Awesome, thank you Wiggy, Cheers.
It's been a great day here in a slice of rural New Zealand. It's one of the prettiest in the world. Sandflies have been biting, the lambs have sold well, and Tammy's done a great job. I hope you've enjoyed a little story about her and her role as a sales rep for a big trucking company. Thanks for watching The Farmer's Voice.